I didn't see it. I wouldn't believe it.
Road in Barre, Vermont. It's time for the first ever World Auto Thrill Tournament. It's all coming to you tonight on Motor Madness. Hi, everybody. I'm Ralph Shaheen, strapped in alongside of my good buddy here, the Professor Mike Gallaway. And Mike, we've done a lot of strange things on Motor Madness, but this is probably the most unique event we've ever had. What is an Auto Thrill Tournament?
Well, hockey,
Yeah,
football,
okay,
roller derby,
yeah,
racing,
yeah.
and fun.
Well, it is going to be one of the most unique things. Like I said, 4 different events making up this kind of track and field of automobile competition.
Very exciting. There's 4, as you mentioned, 4 different events, but you're going to do a relay race with a baton. It's very exciting. You have a motor derby similar to a roller derby that's involved. You have an unlimited, no-holds-barred demo derby, outstanding, and you have a rollover competition, my favorite.
Dale Earnhardt, he's not here.
No.
Michael Andretti, he's not here.
Not coming either.
John Force, Steve Kinzer, they're not here either. So who is going to compete in this? Well, some of the most unique names in all of motorsports. Let me introduce you to team number 1, the yellow and gold and green. Of course, Vermont Thunder Road All-Stars, painted up in the colors of the home state, green and gold.
See the big guy there on the left? Crash Craddock. He's an attorney, a judge.
And, of course, in the colors of the state of New York, wearing their shades, the New York Airborne.
Just took off trench coats and maybe guns. I wasn't sure.
They're a tough bunch, all right, but they're friendly.
Yeah, right.
And, of course, when you're racing in the Northeast, you got to have somebody from the Great White North. Towing down from Quebec, Canada, the Legion of Doom.
I don't understand their English. It's a little different.
Great name, though. And rounding out our field of 4 competitive teams here tonight, from New Hampshire, and the red and white, the Death Dodgers.
And they've got the best-looking driver. Look up on top. That beautiful lady is a great competitor.
Yeah, but she is tough. She might be pretty, but she sure is tough. We've come to Thunder Road, the nation's site of excitement for the first ever World Auto Thrill Tournament. Where else would you see this but Motor Madness?
Brought to you.
Welcome back to Thunder Road. This is it, the first ever World Auto Thrill Tournament. Here, coming to you from Barre, Vermont, the granite capital of the world, and our first event is set to go, and it's Motor Relay. What's this all about, Professor?
This is absolutely so much fun. Now, these are the batons. They have no motors in them. They're being pushed. I see he waved at passing it off. Now, there'll be another car come out and pick them up. This is where it gets exciting. They got to come in behind them. They shove them around, and it's a relay race, Ralph, where you're using an automobile for a baton. It's real exciting. It takes a lot of coordination. It takes a lot of style, a lot of stress. This is not just exactly like freeway driving. This is important stuff because you're scored points on it if you're the winner. Now, if you get a little overzealous, ooh, that's what happens right there. Save it. You lose the baton, you lose everything.
Well, with a word from one of our competitors, let's introduce you to the 3rd member of our crew here tonight, Dave Burns.
Ralph, and one thing to keep in mind here tonight, these guys are not paid thrill show drivers. They are normally racers here at Thunder Road. Now, for the motor relay competition, the guy driving the first baton car for New Hampshire is going to be right here. This is Dwayne Lamphere. Now, Dwayne, how are you going to keep this car under control, no motor, guys pushing you around this track?
Well, we had a little meeting beforehand, and I told the guys to lay into me and keep their bumper on me, and they can pretty much steer me. You know, if they see the rear end get loose a little, I got some hand signals, you know, come, you know, or back off. I don't know. We're just going to run a racing groove and see if we can win this thing.
And these guys are racers, so they know how to handle a loose race car. Now, Kendall Lejeune is the first guy who's going to drive a relay car. Now, Kendall, how do you keep him under control in front of you?
As long as I keep the front bumper of my car against his car all the way around and go just as fast as we can without dumping him, we're going to win.
And Ralph, that may be the key point, how closely these bumpers match up with each of the cars. Look at this. This is a pretty good match, but you get much lower or higher, these guys could be out of control in a big hurry.
That's a good point, Dave, and they talked about running the racing groove here. The racing groove around this quarter mile, which is a high bank quarter mile, is very high on the racetrack. It's not your normal racing groove. If you're down around the white line on the bottom groove, that's not necessarily the quick way around Thunder Road.
I actually think the racing groove in this baton race is wherever the baton ends up. That's the groove. If it's on the high side, that's the groove. If it's on the low side, that's the groove. Now they're bringing
the first one is lining up now.
That's Team New York that we're looking at.
The orange and blue, they utilize the state colors or provincial colors for Quebec.
And then on the outside, looks like Team New York and Team New Hampshire.
Now here are the people that are competing in this one. Choo Choo Charlie is the baton for New York, and Bad Boy Dwayne will be the baton for the folks from New Hampshire.
That baton position looks like something that I might qualify for. Not the driver, just the baton. There's the green flag, Ralph. We're off for the first lap around now. Going to make a complete lap. When you see them come to the straightaway, they'll back off of them, let them get a good run, and then the second car will come out. Looks like on the inside, isn't that New York taking a little bit of a lead? This is a critical part as they start into turn 3. You got to keep the hammer on it. New York maybe just a car length ahead, and it, smash a little bit. Yeah, and that slows them cars down. He's going to have to bump him again. I don't think.
Here comes a switch.
Now
those guys have to let go.
They're rolling without. You got to come up hard on him. You got to come up quickly. He's yelling, "Come on, come on, come on, get into it!" Now he's got control of it. This should be good as they head down the back straightaway. Look at him giving it all it can.
And they talk about coming up hard, Mike, but you can't come too hard because then you'll upset the balance of that car, and the guy who's driving the baton car won't be able to steer it.
Well, New York's got a good hold on it at this particular moment. They've got the car way out in the lead, and here comes the number 3 New York car. Let's see how he comes up on. He came up pretty quick, though.
Now, remember, we'll have winners of individual competitions, plus you'll be scoring points towards the overall tournament as well.
Now, look at this. The New Hampshire car still without a pusher, and that's not going to work. New York is just walking off and leaving them. They're a half a lap ahead at this time.
Yep, the New Hampshire car now just catching up to him, and he's going to have to drop him at this point.
He just got to him when he had to let go, and New York is flying down the back straightaway. They've already hooked up with their baton car and just going like gangbusters. They've moved a good half lap ahead, and we're still having problems over here catching up with New Hampshire. The driver for New Hampshire, they may get lapped. Who knows? Still got 2 more cars to go with New York as they bring out the station wagon. He's going to have to mash on it. The car in the front, this car, no motor, just a driver and brake. Now comes up behind him. Is that thing got flat on it? No, it's okay. I'm worried about that car having a flat. Of course, I don't think they're worried about the car having. Come on, push me harder.
Now here's the transition just taking place for the New Hampshire bunch. Boy, that one round really killed them. New York with their final transition getting set, and they should be able to cruise to this one.
Coast home. All you got to do is just make the lap this time around. Team New Hampshire just now passing off on their last car. This will be the final go around on it. New Hampshire coming out just a little bit early, but New York takes the win. There's the first heat race.
So New York wins the first round of the relay in the World Auto Thrill Tournament. Plenty more coming up from the nation's side of excitement, Thunder Road, after this. Welcome back to Thunder Road. We're in Barre, Vermont for the first ever World Auto Thrill Tournament. And we are getting set for round number 2 of the relay competition. This we'll see in the blue and white colored automobiles. The team out of Quebec, the Legion of Doom, going up against the Thunder Road All-Stars. That is a team in yellow and green.
Now, the Thunder Road All-Stars, I went over and said, okay, give me some information about what you're going to do. All they would tell me is watch the tail of the driver. Pretty important stuff right there.
Berserko Becker going to be the baton for Vermont, and John Rapier going to be the baton for Quebec. Crash Craddock in here, one of the push cars. He'll be first, a Harvard graduate, lawyer,
he's a lawyer,
and push car driver.
Oh, now we got great racing, but Quebec's in trouble. They've got the car a little bit out of line. Looks like they're going to try to correct it. comes out and cuts them off. Now he's got to back off of it. This is a very close race, but as we saw earlier, anything can happen. Quebec's got to come out quickly and catch up to their push car. This baton car rolls well, and that's very important.
It is hugely important, to be honest. You want to make sure that car is freed up and rolling easily. Now, turn 4 right in this area here, that is what is known as the Widowmaker here at Thunder Road.
Well, we can tell why, because they've almost dumped that little baton car twice. Thing about this is this race is still very close at this time. Now here comes Quebec up to catch up to the baton car, but look, right behind it, right there. Not very far off. These guys could catch up and pass. Their home track, you know, they really want that, bring that crown home.
That's the Thunder Road All-Stars from... Oh, boy, they really had trouble with the Widowmaker on that lap, didn't they?
They're mashing on that thing. Let's see what happens now as the number 7 car comes out, picks up. This is no runaway, but you got to come up that curve.
Oh, bad transition there for the Thunder Road All-Stars, Mike.
Pick up. It won't pick up. The push car won't run.
Now it's going, but it's a real long way back as the Legion of Doom... Oh, hard on the brakes there, because you can't push them too far past that line. The Legion of Doom, it looks like, will have a shot to come back to battle it out for the win in this competition.
Unless something happens, unless they get it crossways coming down that front straightaway, everything's going to be just fine. But as you mentioned, that Widowmaker has really played the devil with them a couple of times.
Well, now the Legion of Zoom will have an opportunity to come out and battle New York's Airborne if they can hold on for the win here. The overall victory in this competition, and that lowest point scored is what you want. So you want to come out and win each one of these rounds and get 1 point.
Now they've got, this is the last push car. The last push car, all he's got to do is cross the line. There he went.
And Legion of Zoom wins it. They'll go get ready now to battle it out with the New York Airborne. Let's check in with Dave Burns.
Ralph, and I'm standing by with Bubba Hickory, who's very, very dejected because it was his car, New Hampshire number 3, that really set things off for the New Hampshire team. What happened to the Chevy Barre you were driving?
It just plain wouldn't run. I really think it's done.
It was the motor, Ralph, and you might expect the service engine soon light was on when Bubba pulled in.
Not surprising, Mike. Most of the cars here tonight, the average price for every car you're going to see in competition here tonight throughout the course of the evening, $150.
Well, not only that, but they've got so much time. Some of these cars, they've got 12 hours preparing it, putting roll cages in them. Some of the battering cars we'll see coming up later on with the support bars on them. 12 hours apiece. Then they painted each and every one of them.
And this man right here, Tom Curley, who runs the racetrack here at Thunder Road, had a lot to do with getting it all ready to go. They had 80 cars, Mike, that they had to prepare. $150 each. Took them 12 to 15 hours to prep each car. You can see they spent a lot of time getting ready for this first ever World Auto Thrill Tournament.
Besides that, with the cages, biggest problem is keeping the keys separate.
Now, here we go with our final. This is New York in the orange and blue going up against Quebec's Legion of Zoom.
I'll tell you what, these guys from Quebec have really got a handle on this relay race as they are working the inside part of the track. Ooh, they got problems right there in that portion of the track. But New York has lost the baton car. They're not up behind the baton car, and you've got to stay on that back bumper to make it get ground. And right now, he needs to really be on that car hard. He passed it off. Let's see what happens now. This is a critical point. We've seen a couple of times the race has been lost for this. We have yet to see anyone come from behind Ralph and win a race.
Let's check in with Dave Burns on the Legion of Zoom from Quebec.
Ralph, this week, these guys were the worst in practice in the motor relay. In fact, their push car had the brakes frozen on it from being in the junkyard for so long. They got the thing lubed up, and it is quick.
I think they took the brakes off.
I wouldn't doubt it. What do you need them for?
You don't.
If you need a brake, if you're the baton, you don't need to be driving it.
All he's got to do, and they have radios in them. Most of them have the radios turned up real loud so they can't hear the crash from behind.
I'll tell you, the Legion of Zoom has done a great job with their transitions tonight. And just like a track and field relay, the transition is the key to victory. And it's making a big difference here.
Passing that baton off, and they've got about a half a lap lead over those people. And look at this. Look how smooth this transition is. Moves right up behind him, just eases that bumper into him. See how easy that was? And just keeps right on shoving. They've still got This lap, 2 more. And they are about a half a lap behind at this time from New York. And he's waving. I'm telling you, let me go. Let me go. All the cars, I mean, it's fresh cars almost every time they come out.
Right there, ready to meet them in another smooth transition.
Hey, the driver of the baton car makes all the difference in the world in this competition.
You got to be very consistent, don't you? One more transition to go.
You got to be smooth, and that's when if you do use the brakes, you do just to slow it down a little bit to let that car catch up with you. This is the last transition. This will give Quebec the big win here tonight.
Boy, a half a lap lead right now for the Legion of Zoom over the New York Airborne. New York into their final transition, but they're going to have to hope that these guys struggle through the Widowmaker, and it doesn't look like they're going to. The Legion of Zoom comes down from Quebec, Canada to win the relay. The first of 4 rounds of competition here tonight. They claim the win in the motor relay. We'll have the point total for you when we come back to Barre, Vermont's Thunder Road. The granite capital of the world is Barre, Vermont, and we've come here for the World Auto Thrill Tournament. Now, the next event, do you remember the Bay Area Bombers and the Thunderbirds?
Oh, yeah.
Roller Derby comp fame? Well, we've got Motor Derby.
Okay. This little car right here, that's the one right back there. The idea, he needs to pass this car. That's a point. There's a point right there, Ralph. Oh, got around another one. There's another point right there. Now watch it. You need, this is the, got to block him out. Get underneath. Now you got it. That's 3 points. Now, the most you can make is 6 points. You can go all the way around the racetrack. This guy right here, though, that's the referee, and he's put you in the penalty box, do all sorts of things. Runs all the way back around the racetrack. He can go one more time through there, and that'll give him 6 points. That's the maximum amount you can get, or a 10-minute time limit.
This is the jam car. He's the point scorer. The others are blockers. Of course, the offensive team tries to get through, and every car that they pass, they get a point for. The other team is the defensive team, and as you said, the pace truck here will, of course, be the referee truck, and he will set the speed of the competition.
Now, sees if there's something wrong, he can put them in the penalty box if they break any kind of rules.
Competition is on when the lights go off on top of the referee truck, by the way.
Exactly.
Now, each team, Mike, will have 7 cars to utilize during this motor derby.
Exactly.
If they go real hard, you don't have to go slow. You can go fast. You can be aggressive. You can be easy. But if you lose one of your cars, that's it. You're down to 6 or 5 or 4, whatever it is.
Yeah, so it comes into a strategy situation, Ralph. You got 2 little cars that are real nimble, real quick. They get around, get through. You know, they can dart through the holes and everything. But if you use up all your cars and then you make it into the finals, you may go into finals with just 1 car.
1 blocker and 1 jam car.
Yeah, you could go without any blockers. You could just have a jam car coming out in there.
And then you're not going to score any points.
I don't think so. And you really got to work on some strategy here. And these guys have just been having a good time and cutting up about it. But this is going to be the tail of the dragon from Vermont. They've got some ideas. They got some things where they're going to lay back just a little bit, kind of whip by them on the inside.
Here's that tournament scoreboard after the first round of competition. The Quebec Legion of Zoom leads it. The New York Airborne is second. New Hampshire's Death Dodgers sits third. And boy, the Thunder Road All-Stars not doing too good here on their home track. They're tied back and forth.
And the trophy for tonight, Ralph, is a beautiful granite urn.
Yeah.
It's going to have their name engraved on it. It's really pretty.
For an urn.
Oh, yeah, I like urns.
If you're wondering, yeah, that would be a graveyard type of urn.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. You know, you put the ashes in it.
Right.
It's a beautiful urn, though. It's gray. It's real pretty. Tried to get one.
Now, here is the dollars being handed out here tonight. Of course, there is the Moto Derby and the Demo Derby, those are the two highest paid events, and we're getting ready for Moto Derby now. I like how the cheapest win is the rollover competition, which is the one that puts your life in the greatest peril.
Oh, and it pays a quarter a point a side.
Yeah, that's right.
Not a, you got to get it all the way over back on its wheels to get 1 point. I think that's a little bit, out of control. And they'll use some of these jammer cars for the rollover competition. They're fully braced cars. These cars right here, going to bring those back in the rollover competition. There's also be the tiebreaker, so you could have a quarter point, make this worth $1,200.
All right. The New York Airborne Rangers out on the racetrack. They're going to go up against Vermont. Vermont will be on offense.
Rangers got all three of their cars out now.
Of course, now that means Vermont will have the jam car. And Mike, Vermont only bringing out 2 blockers.
That's all they can have. That's all. 2 blockers.
They're going to go for both.
2 blockers and a jammer. Now watch this. This is strategically located information. Now they've got a plan. I don't know exactly what it is, but they've got some kind of plan. Now watch this car work on the outside right here. He's going to be on the outside, going to try to sneak around. Here he comes up through the middle. Now there's a little push and shove. Now where is the... got one spin now.
Yeah, there's 2 points right there, Mike. You got to clear him completely, so actually it's only 1 point at this point in the competition.
Now on the grass, it doesn't count. It does not count on the grass.
Oh, he turned another one.
But this car is not making the moves.
He's not aggressive, Mike, at all.
No, and he really...
There you go. There's 2 points.
No, wait a minute. He's going to be on the outside.
Oh, 3 points.
3 points. Now he's got to come.
Yeah, he's got to hustle around, doesn't he?
He's got to come all the way around. He can pass the referee's car. Watch, it takes him about 15 seconds to come all the way around this racetrack. Phil Scott doing the jamming on this. But that's 3 points, and those are very, very important points.
Well, you see the guys from the Vermont Thunder Road All-Stars spinning a lot of people out. One of the drivers on this team named Joey Berserko Becker, known here for flipping a race car all the way out of the track and into the parking lot.
They're taking them out. They're taking them out.
Boy,
look at this. They're just spinning them each way.
There's 1 point. There's 2 points.
Now 1 more, and he can have the maximum point of 6 points. He's got to take him out. Look at this. Put him in the wall. He did it.
Got to get there before start finish.
6 points, Ralph, and that is a maximum. They had 41 seconds left to go.
Good job by the Thunder Road All-Stars. They bounced back after not performing well in the opening round of competition.
You know, Ralph, they said they had a plan, and they did.
Now we're told that they actually received 5 of 6 points, Mike, so the officials saw one of those passes a little differently than you and I did.
Well, what it was, I would imagine, is when he went down low below that white line, they disallowed that one pass below the white line. But that's still great. 6 points, 5 points, it's wonderful.
But look at this. Smoking cars.
Oh, and look at that man. He's a little bit happy about
smoking,
this,
and look at the fluid coming out of that car. Now remember, Mike, they don't get extra cars. Let's take a look at the pass that did not score the point.
I think that's going to be on
the one on the outside.
Yes, going to get out. See, he's out around that line. He's completely off the racetrack. It says in the rules you cannot pass on the grass or pass each side of the white line, and there's where he lost his point.
Now they're going to talk it over, try to figure out what they're going to do.
All right, who's this? New Hampshire?
Next up is New Hampshire in the white and red. They'll be on the defense. The Quebec Legion of Zoom in the blue and white will be the offensive team.
All right. Let's see how Quebec works with this.
Leo Dugan, the man nicknamed the Lion, a part of the Quebec Legion of Zoom. His hobbies include racing, hunting, boating, and chicken wings.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Boy, now they're laying iron, and look at this, Ralph. They're tearing the bumpers off of them.
But they haven't scored any points, Mike.
Not one.
There's one.
That should be 1 point. Got to see if he can... Oh, he's going to make a hole. Look at this. Spin him out right in front of his own man. Look at that. There's 3 points. Now you need to hurry around because you got those people. Here comes... The other car cannot pass.
Go for that maximum of 6 points.
That jammer did a great job that time around. Had his eyes on it.
Hard on the gas, trying to hustle that car around.
Goes back around, and
Look out for the bumper.
there's going to be more than that on the track before this is over. Okay, he's just about caught up with the pack. I see the pack coming down the front straightaway. Here comes the jammer. Wow, they got into it before he even got there. Now, will this count? Now they cut him off.
He hasn't gotten rid of anybody yet.
Well, he gets in behind his...
Oh, spins out one of the blockers now.
There's a big hole. Try to... Oh, he was smart enough not
It's
to do
very
that.
similar to football as well. You got to watch your blockers and pick your hole.
You do have to do that. You got to lay back just a little bit so when the hole comes.
Oh, look at this. Mike, the back straightaway is wider than the front straightaway here, so there's better opportunities to pass on the back stretch.
But they have got him knocked off.
There's 2 points right there.
He's going to come back around. Could take the lead.
Now, what do you do? Oh, the blocker wasn't there to help him.
No.
Back it up.
They knocked him down.
Oh, look at the clock.
It's running out. And see, he's going to get banged. He's going to get banged.
All the wheels out, Mike.
I don't know. He had 2 wheels on the inside of the white line.
They say he's got it.
6
That's
points.
6 points for the Legion of Zoo. Boy, these guys came ready to compete here tonight.
Well, and I think if you're waiting to run a little bit later on and you see the way that the people are attacking the track and how they're doing it, that's helping out a little bit.
Well, Dave, what does our lawyer from Harvard have to say about strategy?
Well, he's about to get going here, Ralph, and Mike has referred to a strategy that Team Vermont was going to have. Let's ask him real quick. It's called the tail of the dragon. Now that you've seen what's happened out there, Steve, are you going to stay with that strategy?
Oh, yeah. I think it's a winner.
And how does it work?
Well, we start out with 3 cars. I'm in the middle. I drop back. And like the tail of the dragon, I wag back and forth and hopefully keep them from getting any points.
Sounds good to me, guys. We will see if they can accomplish the tail of the dragon.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. New York and Quebec, with Quebec on defense. No, that's New Hampshire and Quebec.
Oh, there's a spin. He ought to get by. Can he get by that car? Come on now.
Quebec is on defense. Dive to the bottom. Look how he waited, Mike.
Come on.
He had a great opportunity to score points, and he just sat there.
Had every chance in the world. And look at him. He's holding back. I don't know, Ralph.
Boy, that is not the way to do this. So they black flagged this one, we're told, and the jam has not started. So a lot of this crashing and banging for no reason yet.
Well, I think everyone
the
knows
lights
that
are
there's a
still
black
on
flag.
on the pace truck, the referee truck. So we actually have not gotten into the competition yet.
I think everyone knows that except the drivers.
Yeah,
Oh,
the boys
spinning all
from New
back.
Hampshire are just anxious.
Oh, just take another one out.
He just doesn't get it.
Going to have to take just a moment and explain this to him.
Well, I guess the guys from New Hampshire just love to crash cars, don't they?
This should be exciting. Now, they've got all this experience.
There's Tom Curley, who's running the show.
Got the black flag in his hand.
And let me tell you, you don't want to get him riled up. Curley does a great job here at Thunder Road of running the show, but you can see as he's barking out the orders, you will do it his way.
You don't think that was a recipe for fried chicken?
No,
or
I'm
something?
thinking not. No.
Oh, okay. I thought it might be. All right, now they're going to be lined up. New Hampshire has lost one of its cars.
So they put this guy in the penalty box. Like I said, don't mess with Curley.
Well, now New Hampshire is beating on them again before it starts. If they're going to put another guy in the penalty box,
and that leaves nobody to block for the jam car.
That's right.
They just don't get it, do they?
Not quite.
It's not that hard.
I mean, everyone else got along. Oh,
Dave, what is the deal with New Hampshire?
Well, I don't know, Ralph. Kendall Lejean has been thrown into the penalty box. Kendall, what did Tom Curley tell you about being thrown in here? What'd you do?
I guess I got a little bit over anxious, trying to get the job done too soon.
And Tom's pretty relaxed when that happens, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, I bet he feels really good about it right now.
Yeah, Tom Curley's pretty intense, and they've thrown Kendall in here. He hopes he gets out soon.
Well, how frustrated did Tom Curley? He just wiped them all off the set. Get him off the track. 0 points. Oh, boy. That helps out Quebec a lot, kills New Hampshire.
Oh, shot them in the foot.
Now Vermont comes out as the defensive team in New York. The Airborne Rangers rolling out on the offensive.
Now
the jammer.
Let's see about that tail of the dragon. Now, they got to wait till they get around to the...
If I'm New York, I'm waiting.
I'm not going early. Well, look how far they're holding back, Ralph. I think they got the message.
Of course, Crash Craddock is in car number 1. That's the one that supposedly is going to fade back.
I think they can do that now until they get to that start and finish.
So the lights have to go out on the referee truck.
Exactly right. Let's see when that happens. Okay, we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. There's the green flag, and it's officially underway. Now there's the tail of the dragon. He's gone back and taken someone out. Let's see how their jammer does. They got everyone down low, but the jammer's up high. There's the, nope, didn't make it. Didn't make it. Now he's got to get around
Crash
it.
spins, but if he goes too high, he won't get the point, but he gets 1.
1 point. Now let's see what happens. He's way out there in no-no land, so you better get back. That tail of the dragon theory is working pretty good. They've only got 1 point at this time. Up, they put the block on him. There went the front fin.
That's the dragon back there. Crash Craddock. That's a bad deal for the blocker. There you go.
Makes a move. No, 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 no. Doesn't happen.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Crash is, they learn great stuff at Harvard, don't they?
Oh, they do. This is physics. This is physics.
Boy, there's another good move.
But, you know, they're holding the points down. They're not letting that happen. There's 56 seconds left.
They're not scoring anything, Mike.
The jammer, now the jammer's going to back up and make another move around it.
And it looks like one of the blocker cars is stopped.
Look, front tire. Wiped it out.
Yep.
Front wheel drive, jammed it
That
back.
means he's got 1 to slip back. Oh, there's 1.
Now let's see.
Oh, look at that quick move down to the bottom again.
Got him off. Oh, Ralph, this is great. Oh, take him out.
They're going to block him right in. He's not going to get another point, Mike.
Gets it up high. I think this one may be over with the fewest amount of points scored that we've seen so far tonight.
You know what they say in stick and ball competition. You score points with offense, but you win championships with defense.
Well, that's what's happening with Vermont.
Oh, boy, the Thunder Road All-Stars look great on offense, but they're doing a better job on defense. There's a point.
I don't think the other one of those points is going to count because he passed outside the white line. We'll wait on the official scoring.
That's still the best round of defense we've seen.
That's right, and the time is over.
Outstanding performance.
Time is gone.
Wow. Let's see the scoreboard here now. After Jam 1 with fluid leaking on the track, Quebec's Legion of Zoom right on top. Welcome back to Thunder Road, and here are Motor Derby standings after the first jam of the night. Legion of Zoom leads it, but the Vermont Thunder Road All-Stars look really good here, Mike, and they're going to get another round of this.
Well, they do look great, but they didn't penalize the car. And that's a bad sign. Now they've only got 2 blockers. They're going to go up against... there he is, sitting right there in the penalty box. And we talked about this being like hockey. It is in the fact that they do have a penalty box for them. So now it is going to be a little bit different program.
More opportunity for the folks from Quebec to score points.
They really ought to be able to score on them, wouldn't you think, Ralph, when they've got 3 against 2 in this situation?
Well, it definitely leans their way at this point.
Yeah, but the other thing, Ralph, would he just only be able to get 4 maximum points?
No, because they'd be able to score that 6th one, come back around again.
Took them down to the grass and took them out, but now we've got the wrong people up front. There's going to be a spin. Come on, Jammer, you need to be going by him. And the Jammer did. Let's see how the Jammer works out. Comes back down, he's going to try to take him out again. That Jammer car's picked up a point. Now he's going to come on the inside.
Well, the
go
tail of the dragon not working as well on this one, and Crash Craddock is in that number 1 car. There's 2 points right there, Mike. Now he'll come all the way around.
The dragon lost his tail is what happened on that deal.
Look at the pieces just flying off of this stuff all over the racetrack.
They're definitely going to need to sweep this before they race again next time. There's chunks of automobiles laying everywhere on the racetrack. Like just about caught up with the pack. Let's see how he does. Quebec needs to get all the points possible.
Well, they've got 4 points so far. That looks like another one right there.
And only 4:39 seconds left. Here he goes.
That would be 6 right there, Mike.
That should be the whole ball of wax right there. He should have got 6 points.
That's the maximum points for Quebec, which they got on the last one, Dave.
That car being out, we know that it really hurt him because Dipstick DeFanny could not be out there to do the tail of the dragon. Dipstick, why are you in the penalty box?
I went past the jam car, and then I weren't supposed to hit him until I got fully by him, and I hit him in the butt.
Are you taking this personally, Dipstick?
I guess I didn't listen to Tom Curley at the time.
And you know, that Tom Curley, he's really got a handle on this place, guys. They fear him.
And we've got a couple of rounds of competition yet to go. There'll be 3 of these rounds of jam competition, plus there's a demolition derby and then a rollover contest.
Not just any demolition derby. It is a no-holds-barred 10-minute time limit. Jam them, slam them.
Yeah, it's a little different, isn't it?
Oh, it's a lot different.
And whoa, look at this. The jam underway. New York in the orange and blue, fighting it out with New Hampshire in the red and white.
The jammer car is hung up behind one of its own competitors, and the track is blocked. Now the jammer's going to have to go
great
around.
Move there.
But, oh, boy, this is good. Oh, look at this on the outside. There's a point.
That's it.
Uh-oh.
And he's boxed. Now, Mike, they can stay there, can't they?
No, I think they have to keep moving. I'm sure that our flagman has got a rule that says that they have to keep moving all the way around. And I don't believe they can just box him in.
No,
but he's got help coming to clear out this box.
Yeah, that's going to be tricky.
They're going to take the box away. They're going to cut the walls off the box.
And he's got nowhere to go.
This one could be... No, he's going to clear him out. He got him hooked. Look at this. There it is.
Oh, 3 points.
I love it. I love it. He was boxed up. Everybody was smiling.
And now he's got to go all the way around the racetrack, Mike, to try to get 3 more.
Look at the left front tire around. It'll never make it all the way around the racetrack. It is just about history. I don't think it's going to make any difference.
Now, what is going on here? This guy's trying to pass him. This ain't a race.
Except it's front wheel drive, and it may... Oh, look at that. Look at that. He's got a... What are you doing?
Wow, that's a pretty sneaky move.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Jammer took him out. Just take him out. And there's another one. Come on. Take him out. They're going for this. Seriously. Don't worry about the tire slips around him on the outside.
Too high, Mike. Too high there. No, I think you're right.
I believe
that
he was
could be
it. I believe
we'll have to wait for the referee's call on that. What a round.
They had him in the box. They hooked him.
Boy, you know, when you've got a jammer on your team like this guy, you might as well leave the blockers in the pits because this guy did it all on his own.
Well, he did it all. Look at this. Hello. Take him out and go on.
But remember, he did heavy damage to that jam car, Mike. He's got another round to go.
Oh, look at this. We've broken off the sidebars on it. The Nerf bars, if you would.
Fluid leaking out of this one, though, and that's the jammer. That's not good, Mike.
No, it isn't. The radiator looks like it's hurt bad. What if they don't have a jam car when they come back?
Those points that they scored in this round won't matter.
These guys are thrashing.
Now they can work on the car, but
they not only can work on the car, they got a tire to put on it.
Now, New York on offense, the orange and blue, going up against the defense of Quebec. And Quebec has been tough in everything so far tonight.
Everything that they've done, they have shown well. New York needs the points and needs them bad in this one. Let's see what kind of strategy they come up with. They're moving up behind them. I think everybody's found out that you can just spin them, pin them, and go on. And that's what they're going to try to do. Take out 2 of them at a time. Didn't happen. Quebec's pretty sharp about this stuff. Now if he can go to the high side, he can get them all at one time.
Gotta be quick. Couldn't get him.
No,
he hesitated and it killed him.
Yeah, can't do that. He who hesitates is last.
He could cut right through that hole there, Mike.
He better be quick. Oh, he took his own man out.
There's 1 point.
Now he's going to get another one.
Oh, he went low.
It'll work. Now they're going to spin the guy in front of him.
They gave the point to him. They can't spin the guy. Great bit of driving by Quebec 5.
There's a
He's
jammer on
got
the
him to the
outside.
outside.
And see, he cannot pass the referee car.
Oh, look at this. Bumper falling off.
Don't worry about the bumper unless it takes the oil pan
That
out.
slows you down. Oh, there it is.
And it just-
Keep driving.
Yeah, give it the gas. It'll be okay. It wasn't his bumper. It was someone else. Okay.
They're saying now that they've given him only 2 points, but we're not sure what the offense was, Mike.
Well, he can come back and score some more. But
Now, what happened to the Quebec car?
what happened to the Quebec cars? They're gone. And there's still 33 seconds left.
Not sure what that's all about. Waiting for word from the officials as to what the story is with the Quebecers.
Well, Ralph, if they're supposed to be out there and they're not, and
They got 5 points. Not sure why, Dave Burns.
Well, we're going to talk to Dwayne Landfair, who drove the white jam car for New Hampshire just a few minutes ago. You got boxed in. That was not really legal, so you took matters into your own hands. What was the thinking around that?
Well, I mean, the rules were, you know, once they box you in, they're supposed to release you. I had one guy from behind me hitting me, which is not part of the game. The other guy boxed me in. Finally, they started moving a little, and I just drove her through, and I had to basically take matters in my own hand.
And Ralph Dwayne loves this jam car, but he had a flat tire. So they replaced the tire with this temporary tire. And I asked Dennis, the tire changer, Dennis, why this strategy with a small tire? And he said, it's the first one I grabbed.
And now remember, you can only go about 50 miles on one of those at about 40 miles an hour.
oh, don't believe that stuff, Ralph. It's just written on the tire. Don't believe that. No, these things will go forever. Maybe. All right.
Now, Vermont.
Vermont is back. They got
Yellow and green. Oh, but
these guys.
the lights are still on the referee truck. Remember the last time that happened, Curley sent him to the infield in the penalty box. So be careful, Vermont.
The Thunder Road All-Stars aren't nice.
And if anybody should know how Tom Curley is, the guys from Thunder Road should.
No, that's not a black flag in his hand. Okay, that was just maybe an accident. I don't think that the boys from Vermont actually meant to spin him out.
Well, oh, they did black flag one of the blockers, Mike.
Yeah, he did.
One of the Vermont guys are Berserko.
And he
Becker. He is in the black flag.
in the penalty box. Now they've only got one man.
Boy.
Look, can he take them all out? Well, he took out 2.
Oh, look at that. What a great move. Gets 3 points with just one blocker.
Absolutely beautiful. That is ultimate in strategy. Now, if they can do that one more time, then you've scored the maximum 6 points. You're in the hunt. You could get that granite urn with your name on it.
Now, this competition pays the $1,200 too. This is one of the higher paying competitions.
All right.
Now, he's got a lot of time too, Mike, to get through these 3. Phil Scott, the jammer driver. Can't get him up there. Got 1 point down there. But now, Mike, he's all by himself.
Oh, yes. No one
He's
in front
got
of him.
no blocker. He's going to have to wait for the blocker to hurry and catch
Now
up.
they're going to try to box him in. Let's see what.
Now, he needs his blocker to hurry up. Here he
Here
comes.
comes the blocker. He'll handle some of it. Come right in the middle of them. Take them all out at one time.
Can't go too low. That does you no good.
No good whatsoever. That was a
I don't think that's going to score many points.
0. I think
Berserko had me in the penalty box, but that pass might have been too low. They did give it to him, Mike.
okay.
The word just coming in over the radio that they did give that to him. Well, I can guarantee you that pass number 1 was as good as it gets and as legal as you can make it.
Watch this. Take the middle guy out, spin the other two with him, and then come down on them and block them off, and there it is. 3 points. That is
The jammer did a great job, but the blocker that stayed out there was the key to Vermont getting all 6 points. Wow. Berserko's out, but Vermont still scores big.
So the All-Stars now with a total of 11 points after 2 rounds.
Thing to get excited about competition, but make sure you know your friends aren't going to leave too soon. Berserko almost gets a trip to the hospital. And says, hey, oh, it's all right. We still scored points. Yeah, man. Woo!
Don't worry about it. My leg's broken. My hand's going to be broken.
That's why they call him Joey Berserko Becker. This truck driver from Underhill, Vermont, when he's not racing here at Thunder Road, he's having a big time.
I think he's getting way too much
Hey, if you're going to jump on the roof of a car, make sure the emergency brake is on.
That's right. And the dew's not on top of it where it's slick. All right, now back to some more good.
All right, so this time Vermont is on defense. Let's see if they get that dragon's tail going again. They go up against the red and white cars from New Hampshire.
This is heavy metal. Just beat the brains out of it.
Lights are on for the referee truck. We're jamming.
Spin. Nope, cuts him off at the pass. Those points scored to this point. No points. Let's see how he does. They've got him
because he was too low. Now he's got to cut down. Cut down in there.
Get underneath.
You got to have great reflexes when you're driving that jam car. That should be one at least. Now remember, this is a car with the small tire too, Mike.
Oh, that's
that
true.
left front on that jammer car is that little emergency tire. That could be 2 points. Oh, they kick him way down to the bottom.
1 point.
1 point, that's it. Now there's their second point. Look at that little emergency tire.
Don't worry about it. Don't believe what that says on there. It'll work. I think that's what it makes it turn left that much better, though.
I'm sure that thing isn't steering real well on the high banks.
I wouldn't want to have looked at that before I got in the car. I think it might change my strategy quite a bit. But you got to look at it this way. If they're smaller tires, it would be harder to cut it off.
Now, one of the Vermont cars pulled off. I'm not sure how they're going to score that.
There's a point.
There's a point, and maybe another one coming. He's got to get high.
Back up and go.
There you go.
Quickly.
Get it. Oh,
He hasn't done it. He
has not completed it.
There it is. Now he has. They never say
this jam
die.
should be done.
Yes, it should.
To Dave Burns with the roof dancer himself, Berserko.
Yeah, and Ralph, tonight, I don't know if all the guys are living up to their nicknames, but Berserko sure is. Joey, tell us about that little dance there. Do you feel like because you weren't needed on the track, you had to do something?
Well, I just dummied up, I guess. I wasn't paying attention and just took off and started wailing people before I was supposed to, but I got it figured out now. I know what I'm supposed to do, and we're going to beat these guys.
Now, you're used to this kind of crazy stuff because you put your stock car out of the park here one night, didn't you, a few years ago?
Right over that turn over there, I got pushed over the bank, ended up in the ticket booth.
And the legend of Berserko continues.
And guess which competition Berserko's the lead driver in later on?
Rollover contest.
You got it, baby.
Look how quick I get to him.
Can't wait to see that.
At only a quarter a point aside. All right, we're back to jamming some more.
All right, now New Hampshire's on defense in the red and white cars, and New York on the offense, the orange and blue.
Getting it all set up now. Coming up behind the referee's car. There is the jammer.
John Donahue behind the wheel of the jammer for New York.
See how John handles the aspect of this. There's the
Craddock just getting out of his car. He couldn't get out. He had to.
There's the judge. Donahue. like racing, hunting, mudding, four-wheeler, and snowmobile, and got one. Looks like he's trying for 2. 3 points. That was quick. Very quick for 3 points. Now come all the way around and get set up and go for 6. The scoring on this is very, very close. They're doing a lot more passing than I actually suspected would go on here.
Choo Choo Charlie Farnsworth out of Witherby, New York, one of the drivers on the New York Airborne Rangers. He's a multi-time winner at Airborne Raceway over in Plattsburgh, New York.
Comes down low. Let's see if he can get by. They come down, knock him off, block him out completely. Up, down too low, I do believe. We'll have to wait till the judges see this. Now they're going to try to block him off. Gave him credit for that pass.
Trying to get the next one now.
Oh, it's a one-on-one.
This is called mirror driving if you're in the New Hampshire.
Not anymore.
There's a good block and a pass and a point.
Should be his 6 points for this jam. There's his compadres rooting him on.
Well, this one's wrapping up, and we'll be back with more from the nation's side of excitement, Thunder Road. With our Motor Derby. Just a couple of jams left to go. Quebec on defense, going up against Vermont. Of course, then we will go to our final with the jam.
Vermont's got Jay the Jerk on their team. And, oh, there's a nice move, but where's their jam car?
Here it comes. Oh, Mike, you went too low.
No, he didn't go onto the grass, and I think that may be the thing that you got.
Well, then that would be 6 points. Or 3, I should say.
I think you gotta beat.
Yeah, I think it is the grass too, because they're saying, yep, they gave it to him.
So you got to keep it out of the grass. So anywhere on the track is legal, just not on the grass. Do not stir up the dust. Okay, he's got to come all the way around. Look at
just stir up the metal in the glass and the.
Look at the debris laying on the track.
You can't pass in the grass because that's not good for the car, but you can pass anywhere on a debris-strewn racetrack.
Yeah, and who would want to do that?
Right now.
Take him out. Oh, they spun both of them. Go to the middle. Go on.
Oh, he waited too long, Mike, but he gets through. Boy, I thought he was done in there. Oh, but he completed the pass, didn't he?
I think so.
He was all the way around him. I think he got around him.
Oh, there went the nurse bar. Oh, I wouldn't want to be close to that thing, Ralph.
Well, the lights are on the referee car. I think this jam is over.
I believe so.
6 points for the Vermont All-Stars. Well, these guys have been coming back strong in this.
They truly have.
They really stumbled in the first round of competition in the relay race, but boy, Dave Burns, the Vermont All-Stars have come on strong here in Motor Derby.
That's right, Ralph. And New Hampshire here believes that they're in the finals. They're getting all their strategy together here. This is Bobby Bigelow. He is the coach, the captain here tonight. After what you've seen so far, we're not sure we know what we've seen.
We don't know what we've seen either.
Strategy for the final. What are you going to do?
Get my best men and go.
So you're going
to my best people.
Including a woman. Tracy is here tonight. Now, are you going to switch guys as far as who are the blockers and who are the defenders?
That's what we're planning right now. We're not sure.
So you wish we'd get out of the way so you can work?
Yeah.
Okay, basically, Ralph, back up to you. They're going to get it together and try to get in this final. They think they're in.
New York on defense and Quebec on offense.
Quebec has been real tough tonight.
Yep, sure have.
Those tough guys from New York may show them a trick or two. And they're trying to get jammed.
Green. Underway. And that should be 1 point. 2 points.
Here's the
spot him the wrong way, but he gets it. 3.
Quick 3 points. That time around about 20 seconds worth of quick.
You want a nice, small, lightweight, easy to drive, very maneuverable car for your jam car.
And preferably one that'll run with 3 wheels.
Now, Quebec is 1 point shy of getting into the final. That's That's not the way to go.
That may not be what it's going to take to get into the final.
That's going to hold them up.
Now, can he turn it back up on his wheels if they get it back up on the wheels before the time's up and come back and pass someone? I would think so.
John Rapier, the driver.
John just needs it on its wheels. That's all he needs.
John's a mechanic by trade. Races here at Thunder Road a lot.
Oh, you sneaky sucker.
See how that happened, Ralph.
Oh, boy.
Caught him on the side and took him out.
Pretty good move by the New York Airborne Rangers. We said they were tough, Mike. Boy, are they. Look, waited for him.
Oh, got him coming down the hill.
T-boned him, drilled him, and up and over he went. Full roll cages and all of the jammer cars. Well, they'll ride him, and hopefully we'll be able to get him back out, see if they can get that one more point to make it into the final of Motor Derby.
I can't believe I can get this close with it.
They race here every Thursday night during the summertime. If you're ever in the area, this is a great racetrack to come see.
Oh, look at that! He snuck up on us!
Oh, the lights were off too, Mike. What a great move!
What a move! He had it all the way down the back straightaway.
Remember, he's a late model stock car driving champion here at this racetrack, so he knew exactly what to do going into the corner.
It took less than 30 seconds. He blew by all three of them like they were stopped. What happened?
What a move.
Caught him sound asleep. That won't happen again, though. Oh, yes, it will. Look at that. That's
wow. He's turning laps just like he's driving his late model. He hasn't hit the brakes yet.
It's over with. There's 6 points jammed up for him. They got more time, so they may be able to get 9 points.
Now they got the lights on the referee truck. Boy, that was unbelievable.
What's this, Ralph? Wide open down the straightaway. Nobody suspects he's even back there. They think they're waiting. They look not looking at the referee car. He goes around on the outside and zap. There's 3 points in the bank.
Oh, now to get down here.
How did he get down there?
That's off the racetrack.
That's down off the back straightaway.
That went all the way out in turn 3. Let's see how he did this.
I think he got a little kiss from someone.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah! He launched that baby.
It almost went over again. These guys are wild. I'm telling you, absolutely unbelievable.
Boy, that Quebec Legion of Zoom, pretty stout.
I love that first move, though. Everybody's taking a little nap.
Oh, yeah.
Got the radio turned up, and where did he come from?
Pretty unique helmet, too. Dave Burns, that was a pretty slick move.
I know. Pete Fecto, what in the world? Did you have that going in your mind before you ever get out there, or did that come to you after you got on the track?
Oh, after I got on the track, I went crazy. You know how it is out there.
Yeah, tell us what you were thinking. I mean, that wasn't the way anybody else was running jam tonight.
I figured if I got some speed, they wouldn't have time to block me. If I got in there fast enough, it worked. So we did it twice, too.
Visions of being in your late model here at Thunder Road?
Oh, yeah, just like it.
Yeah, Plymouth Horizon, just like his late model.
I'm telling you, he's my hero. He's ambidextrous.
Yeah, you like that,
yeah,
didn't you?
Drink beer with either hands. I mean, that's great. That's great. That's ambidextrous. I mean, that's reaching out and grabbing with either hand. That's something very few people can do.
And brewdextrous.
Brewdextrous. Good, Ralph. If there's a muffler, let's get out that out of the way.
Here's the jam car missing the side roll hoop to help with the banging.
I don't think it makes any difference. Oh, now go.
Now he's got to get on him, Mike. Remember, he's going to have to get all 6 points, too, because the Quebec team did.
They're going to take him out. Look at this.
They're going to have to be aggressive. And they're not scoring points, Mike. Not like they need to.
No, hasn't scored any yet. Now he may be able to have a chance.
If he hurries.
No. Yes, got by one. There's a point put in the bank.
Boy, he's going to need all 6.
He's going to try to make the fast.
There's another one.
There's another one.
And another one.
That's 3.
Okay, now just under 2.5 minutes remaining to get that next set of 3 points.
You know, we've seen a lot of different strategies. We've seen going in there, tie them up, lock them up tight, and go around them. We've also seen, just in the finals, build up speed and quickly dart around them. I like that style. All right, coming up, just about around.
He could force an overtime sudden death playoff here. if he can get by all three. They've got to get 6 to tie. Remember, there's 1, which means they got to get by all 3. Oh, that's a good shot. That's 2.
Needs 1 more to tie. 1 more will tie.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he can't go by.
He can't go past that referee car.
Oh, and he did. Oh, here comes someone who has a red.
That could force a sudden death playoff. Let's see what they say here, how the officials are going to rule this. We hadn't heard the ruling.
What they'll do, Ralph, is
on this, Mike.
Just keep scoring the points. The sudden death will come in the rollover contest.
Doesn't matter. In the final, it's 6-6. It's a tie. They both get 4 points.
Well, there you just heard it from Tom Curley. Okay. That's how they're going to score this one. Hey, if you're not sure, you go right to the head guy.
And he demand.
His demand. Yeah, some of these guys still spitting them out. Just for the sake of hitting each other. Just because it's fun.
Yeah. Why not?
Well,
that's what they're there for.
Not yours. All right, here's the scoreboard. Quebec Legion of Zoom with 8. The Vermont Thunder Road All-Stars with 6.
The pairing of country music and NASCAR.
In the overall standings, the Quebec Legion of Zoom over the Vermont Thunder Road All-Stars and the New York Airborne by 2. And the New Hampshire Death Dodgers hanging in the back end of this. But the Demo Derby is up next. The Demo Derby zone is set, ready to go. And here is a look at the rules, Mike.
Well, 8-minute time limit. These are kills. These aren't hits. When the car stops, that's a point. Fresh cars will be used for the final round. 2 teams, 7 cars, 8-minute limit. You got to get a kill. If it goes to sudden death, first one that gets a kill is the winner. It is great. There's no judging. This is just beat them to death.
To Dave Burns.
Ralph, you know that an artist always loves to see his or her work. For instance, we know that Gallaway always watches reruns of his Motor Madness shows because he loves his work. Well, Mindy Blow painted about every car you see on the thrill show here tonight. And Mindy, we're about to see a bunch of your paintings get trashed here in the Demo Derby. What do you think of that?
I'm kind of glad to see them get wrecked because kind of getting sick of seeing them nice and shiny after all this time.
Did they just sort of run together after a while after you painted car after car after car the same colors?
Yeah, I kind of got in this little routine, getting about 7 cars done a day, a couple times a week, and it was pretty fun.
Now, Mindy's going to be an art student someday, guys, and so she's hoping... How are you going to make this look on your application when you apply to an art school?
I'm not sure yet. I'm still looking on about that.
Yeah, we're not sure either, but we hope someday Mindy will be a well-known artist, not just for painting thrill show cars, Ralph.
Hey, you never know. There's quite a few artists out there who've made careers out of designing race car paint schemes. Sam Bass, for example, has done a tremendous job of that.
Yeah. And it's successful.
And very successful at it, yeah.
Very successful. Okay, Ralph, let's see what happens. This is not your typical demo. This is just go for it, and go for it.
The water on the front straightaway, of course, is there for a reason.
Not enough traction. It'll slow them down a little bit, makes them slide around a little easier. And they're talking about going for kills. Now, it doesn't make any difference if you go out and hide all the time. You can run around, nobody can hit you. That's fine. You still got points. But still, who goes for the big kill? And the kill is when the car will no longer run or an 8-minute time limit. If it is a situation where it's a tie, then you got a tiebreaker where the first one that gets a kill is the winner. Now, these people are going for it and going for it strong.
They're out of the zone, too, Mike.
Yeah, completely, but I don't think it makes any difference at this point. They were wanting to bang on someone. These cars, oh, he's going to get him. You want to get that radiator. You really want to go to the front end of the car and take care of the radiator. That's the point you want.
And you want to hit the other guy's radiator with your bumper.
That's right.
From the rear end.
The traction's not going to be all that good tonight. And I can't believe they're doing windshields in these cars. There's a kill. So that should be, there's 2 cars dead.
Looks like a kill.
So
Looks
Quebec,
like the 2 Vermont cars went down.
Quebec's got 2 points, we would guess. Doesn't make it. They're still going to go for 4. Ooh,
oh, boy.
I like that one. Tires are spinning. The girls are grinning.
The what?
Tires are spinning and the girls are grinning. tell you what, Ralph, they're just rougher than 9 acres of onions out there right now.
They're what?
It's rougher than 9 acres of onions.
Boy, I missed the whole world of life growing up in California, didn't I? You had it all in Oklahoma.
You did. You missed it all. Now it looks like there's going to be, I think Quebec may have this thing tied up. As long as Vermont's got a car moving, you can't say that. But over the tie, over the railroad ties, took him out.
There are at least 2 Vermont cars that have not moved.
Oh, big hit in the back end. Big smash. Big bang.
Well, the barriers that were set out didn't last.
Oh, look at the tires. Not going to roll.
Even moving.
Oh, and he's crashing into his own man. Don't do that. He doesn't need any help.
Oh, there's a good hit.
That one.
Shortened up that one, didn't it?
Now you can park in that compact zone. Oh, take it out. That hurt. Just beat it to it. Look at this. Dragging something out there. The Mustang's still moving. He's hiding. That ought to...
Well, they took the whole trunk out of that one, didn't they?
Yeah, it went to a station wagon, a short station wagon.
The smoker.
4 minutes, 53 seconds. And they're still tagging them. Looks like, well, now the sudden death. Now the kills are getting larger.
Well, Dave, what's it look like from down there alongside of all the carnage?
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like carnage, carnage, and more carnage. You know, these are the only cars that the guys were allowed to work on at their own home shops before they came to Thunder Road. Every other car was prepared by Tom Curley and his staff. These cars, Ralph, may have a few tricks of the trade that we've seen before in demo derbying on TNN.
And boy, Mike, there are a lot of tricks to this sport, too.
Look at this. The tires aren't even rolling. It's front-wheel drive.
He's dragging both rear tires.
And he's just wearing it out. It doesn't make any difference. Just keep slamming and jamming.
There are a lot of tricks to setting up a car for Demolition Derby.
Oh, when you get into it, yeah, there's a whole lot of them. The way you prepare the hood, the way the hood is prepared where it goes to the fenders.
Try to get things to buckle in particular directions.
Exactly.
Ice in the radiators to keep the radiator rolling.
Keep them cool, exactly. There's just so many tricks to this thing. Got to move the gas tanks around.
It's not so much a game of destroying a car so much as it is setting your car up to survive.
To keep from being destroyed, to still be maneuverable. And these guys have done an exceptional job. Oh, he's going to take him out.
That's what front-wheel drive will do for you.
It doesn't go in reverse real well. I don't know what happened there. Got him up against the wall, and he's just destroyed. Oh, he's going to go again. Try to take that radiator. He's taking the tire out. That's what he's working on. Look at this. Lost
takes
the
his
inner
own
fender.
front end out, Mike.
There went the front tires. Still hammering on him.
Now, you don't want to hit the guy in the driver's door, though.
Well,
they try not to do that.
They try not to do that, but the rules in this says fair game. The rules say no rules. The citation has showed, the celebrity has shown well, though, I must say.
Maybe a demo derby car in the future, huh?
You got it. I went to a demo derby one time. It was nothing but gremlins.
Thank you.
Great demo.
That's probably the best idea anybody's had in a long time, huh?
Great demo derby.
The only other one they need to have is one for Pacers.
Oh, they were there, too. Is it down to 2?
Looks like it, huh?
All the kills, and it's one of each.
And there's one Vermont
wait a minute. I see one moving. See one moving.
Little life in a Vermont car.
Down to 2, minute 50 left. Who will be the winner? Little mud grip right there. Don't worry about the bumper. It just went by our camera crew.
The camera crew in the middle of this thing.
They've never been to one of these before, have they?
They won't forget that.
Oh! Does it make any difference that they're completely out of the box? I doubt it.
I think our celebrity
Wait a minute.
about done.
We may have a winner. Team Vermont still.
I think they're getting it. Yes, Team Vermont, the win. So,
can't get out.
Watch out for dancing on the roof.
Yeah, don't get on the roof, you'll fall.
Oh, don't go there. One demo is done, and Vermont has won it. The guys from Vermont, the Thunder Road All-Stars, have won their competition in the opening round of the Demo Derby. Boy, were they excited about it.
They didn't fall off either.
No, did good. Dancing on the roof bit. Gone back into the pit area to get their cars ready for the next round. Dave Burns.
And on Team New York, Choo Choo Charlie Farnsworth paid $175 for his number 5 car. It's a little bit more than the professor told us about earlier. Now, Choo Choo Charlie, where did you get this car from?
I bought it from my Uncle Jeff.
And where did you guys come up with the idea to use this car?
He took it off the road about 8 weeks ago, I believe, and a couple weeks ago I picked it up from him and told him I was going to put it in a special race at Thunder Road.
In fact, they used to drive this car back and forth to work, Ralph. This is a very roadworthy car. Look at the state inspection sticker. It would have been good through December of this year.
They're not going to get their money's worth out of that sticker, that's for sure.
Well, maybe you'll be able to drive it home tonight. You don't think so?
No. I'm betting no.
That look on your face.
Yeah, it can happen.
Not tonight.
All right, here comes the next one.
I mean, this is
a good head of steam.
That's got to be 35 miles an hour.
Wow, baby, that was a hit.
Okay, they may not drive it home tonight. That's the one. Oh,
that was a hit, Choo Choo.
Don't wait on it, Choo Choo.
He came like a freight train.
Don't hold back.
No, sir. Well, Choo Choo's motto is life is short, let's make it shorter.
He made the car shorter.
Yeah, and he knocked a few days off his own lifespan, I think.
Oh. I think Choo Choo's dead in the water. No? Yep. Get him. See, this is not a point situation.
Oh,
now, Choo Choo is history.
Yeah.
Choo Choo is still going.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
That's not good. Door open.
Get in. We're going around the block. He's trying to shut it. Someone will shut it for him. Someone will take that little
Honda
puppy off.
Prelude is not exactly the car of choice, I would think, for Demolition Derby.
Wouldn't think so, but you know, how many have you seen?
What, Demolition Derbies or Honda Preludes?
Honda Preludes and a Demo Derby. I mean, we may have hit on something big. This may be the future car for all demo people.
I can see that as a jammer car.
Choo Choo Charlie.
Choo Choo Charlie came chugging up the front straightaway.
Got to be 35 miles an hour,
at
Ralph.
least. Bam! Oh, Dave, he came with a full head of steam to Choo Choo.
And Ralph, guess how Choo Choo Charlie Farnsworth got his nickname? From fast starts like that. In fact, during one late model race, he jumped the start because he was sitting on the pole 2 times. So they sent him to the back of the field. And then he came through, and by lap 3, he was the leader again. So he's known for his quick starts like a freight train.
Choo Choo spends a lot of time racing at Airborne Raceway, the street stock division in New York.
They're dropping in this one. No mercy, no hold, just dropping like flies. Now the Dodge right here, he seems to be getting around pretty well.
Yeah.
It's got no structure in the roof because it's got a sunroof and that big hatch in the back of it.
Look at the light on the inside.
Oh, yeah. It's the map light, Ralph.
See this right up here?
It's the map light. He wants to be able to, read the map as he's going. Oh, they took the map light in. That's Bubba. Bubba's doing it all. I didn't realize there was 17 Bubbas up here.
Bubba Hickory.
Only Bubba north of the Mason-Dixon. I can believe that. Oh, New Hampshire's got a shot at him. Ooh. Now, this puppy has got just a touch of overheating problem. That's not a smoke screen that he can try to hide behind.
The door's open on the Prelude
and
still.
the fender's gone.
Yeah.
I think the door's coming off. Get the door. He just slapped it. Slapped him with the door.
Trying to outrun everybody there.
Hey, the Honda Prelude is the thing to have.
He's got one hunting after him, doesn't he? He's making laps. Look.
Getting a touch of heating problem. But the safety shield in the side of it is still in 100% shape. Get him.
Well, he's hitting it with the right end of the car.
Yes, he is.
And you know what I like best?
Well, that's a good. What's that?
I'll show you. When he spins the car back around.
His hat. I saw his hat. His hat's hung off the gear shift.
Let's see if we can get another look from the inside into the inside of the Prelude, from the open door side of the car.
With this
right here. See? Now back to the inside of the cockpit. Right there. See that driver's hat right there? Just like any great race car driver crawls out of his car in victory lane, he's got that hat ready to go.
It's a brand new Pennzoil hat. You don't want to get it messed up while you're there. Oh, look at this. That's nice. I'm telling you, out there.
Choo-choo. Chugless.
New Hampshire's got 2 cars going.
It was a short life for Choo Choo, but it was exciting, wasn't it?
And Choo Choo, he
lived up to his motto.
Didn't he?
He's not giving up, though.
Choo Choo, it's over.
I think he just wants to get more into the line of action so he can get hit more. I think he just enjoys being, the center of the hitter.
Oh, get him.
There's a good shot.
Yeah, it was. Looks like New Hampshire's got 3 cars still moving.
Yeah, they're in good shape here. Our little Prelude is still getting it.
Prelude's on. Oh!
Boy, they're hunting him down, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is a death watch. But look at that. He's smiling. He's having a good time.
He knows he's the only one left. He's got to keep it going. Man, he's everywhere. They are expanding
now
the distance on this one.
Yeah, they're going to gang up on him, and he's going to be yesterday's news.
He's hiding now.
Yeah.
He's hiding.
I would be, too.
Yes, sir.
Got the rear end knocked out of it. Oh, now another New York car on the move. Oh, there's another one moving.
Well, he stalled them long enough that they were able to get some others moving.
Very well right now.
The Prelude is not going to be long for this world. It's smoking. The doors are open. Ooh.
He's been involved in racing for 3 years, John Donahue, the driver of that Honda Prelude. The Rookie of the Year in the Flying Tiger division.
They found him.
Oh, boy.
I think he just bit the dust. Oh, this should be a good hit. Find someone.
The New Hampshire team has struggled at some of the other events here tonight, Mike, but they're really coming on strong here.
They have shown well in the demo derby.
New York 1 is the only driver to the team that had
Let's see.
I think just one New York car is rolling, Mike, but not for long with impacts. Oh, look at that!
There's a radiator hose gone.
The New Hampshire guy took himself out.
Oh, no, it's still running. Don't worry about that smoke.
New Hampshire's declared the winner.
We're not sure.
And they go on. You need a muffler, or we can get you one cheap. The guys from the state known as New York. Oh, this was the best, though, right here. Choo-choo, chucking on in. But the drivers from the state where they say live free or die are moving on.
Teddy Gibbs can't let us.
Welcome back to the World Auto Thrill Tournament here at Thunder Road in Barre, Vermont. And I'm standing now in the vicinity of the wrecked, trashed, thrashed car of Choo Choo Charlie Farnsworth. Now, Chew, can I call you Chew?
Sure.
Okay, Chew, now that you're a big star and you made that first, what was going through your head on that first hit?
Just wanted to go. Have fun.
Now, did you have somebody picked out over there that you wanted to hit that hard?
Sort of, but I wasn't sure if it was the right one.
Personal grudge?
No, just for the fun of it.
And how fun was it to hit that hard?
A blast.
No whiplash?
No.
Okay, Choo Choo's all right. And by the way, guys, before he got the car in its condition that it ran for the Derby, he took off the 4 new tires that Uncle Jeff had on it and put them on his personal car.
Not only did that hit shorten up the lifespan of his car, but it shortened up his sentences as well, didn't it?
Huh? Huh?
Smart move with the tires on.
Choo, choo, choo.
Smart move with the tires.
I wonder if he swallowed his gum.
Hey, now, here's the big thing about the final, which is coming up now. The cars are brand new. It's Vermont and New Hampshire in the final, and they were not painted up in the color scheme of the states. And they're bigger, heavier cars, Mike.
And they painted a line down the side of them as they came out. That was the idea. The final they had to miss on the first time around. Could not hit them the first time. Now it's fair game. Look at that Cadillac.
Why is that?
It's so you will hit them, won't hit head on.
Oh, I got you.
In reverse.
Why not just start them backwards?
No, Ralph. Well,
what do I know?
The big station wagons, I mean, they're tanks.
Yeah,
look at that big
that's
Pontiac.
The one you want to have right there.
Massive.
A lot of metal to that, baby.
This is heavy metal. You understand this?
Yeah.
Just, I mean, smoking the tires. What they did, they painted the yellow stripes and the red stripes on them for the colors when they came out of the pits. There's people over there with paint guns.
So New Hampshire has the red color.
Right.
And Vermont the yellow.
Right. And it's go till they shall not go anymore. Look at the station wagon. It looks good. It looks great. The tail light's burning. Oh, don't take your old man out.
That's
He did.
Not good.
No, not a nice move. Pontiac station wagon. Damn it. Look at this Chrysler. Oh, the Chryslers are awesome. New Yorker. Here we go. He took his man out. No, had a red stripe.
They're all gold.
Yeah,
so that's the hard
red
part.
stripe on it. There we go. Now we're wearing the Chrysler out. The station wagon's got him by the tail. And just dragging. Ooh, that was a nice hit.
Of course, Team Vermont with old dipstick Don Tofani in there. King of Enduros here at Thunder Road. 3-time winner of the infamous Enduro 200.
Oh, he took out that Oldsmobile wagon. Look at this tire. It's gone. Took the right front off of that.
Well, Dipstick got his nickname by doing $1,200 worth of damage to his passenger car in an attempt to win the $50 first prize in the Run With Ya Brung spectator races here at Thunder Road. Do $1,200 worth of damage to win $50. That a boy.
I might have done it, but I wouldn't have put it on my resume.
Oh, what do you think, Dave?
Well, you know, we talked to Mindy Blow earlier, who painted all the cars to begin with, Ralph, but during the short intermission we had, this guy, Randy Treya, painted every one of the cars you're seeing in the final there. Randy, you do fast work. Was that tough?
Very tough.
And how much time did it actually take you per car?
About 30 seconds per car.
Mindy, do you think you could ever match your skill and your artistry?
I'm not sure. He comes pretty close.
All right, Randy Treya, he's responsible for the red and yellow on the finalist car.
Well, you don't have to worry about staying between the lines, do you?
No. This is Earl Scheib paint.
Oh.
And they didn't tape it.
No.
Ooh. That one was ugly. It's amazing to me that they destroy these cars the way they do. Now look at this, Ralph. This thing's brand new. He's been hiding. What they're doing is holding a car back, trying to keep it out of trouble so that if it gets down to one car, they've got a fresh one to come in there and use up. The 13 car is absolutely unscratched. And they're holding that car back as a secret weapon. There he is. That car is unscratched. They're holding it back. They're waiting until it gets right down to the finals, and then they'll bring this weapon out. All he's doing now is trying to stay away from the action.
Of course, bad boy Dwayne Lamphere, a part of the Team New Hampshire group, He's a former Thunder Road track champion. And you know, Mike, he recently returned to weekly competition here after being banned for life 4 times in the last 6 years for rough riding, cheating, and basic overall bad behavior. That's the kind of guy you want in your demo derby.
You got it. He's the man now. I don't understand.
Banned for life 4 times in the last 6 years. Sounds like Major League Baseball.
Oh, we won't go there, Ralph.
Just let it go.
Just let that, yeah, that's all. There's
not a lot of traction.
Now they've got the car out.
Just keep coming, don't they?
This is the car they had.
Down harder.
And they're using it up. That was their whole card. They're just using it up. Look at the front end. He's a front end job. Toe end set on it. On the whole right side. The right tire's gone. Front end's gone.
Oh, there's a good stick. Don't forget, coming up after this, we've got one more competition left to go. The rollover.
It's going to be beautiful.
Crashing, flipping on purpose.
Look at this. No holds barred demo derby.
This is one of the best demo derbies I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Look at that. That 13 car, the one that's holding back.
He's locked in there, Mike.
Didn't last.
He's locked. Now he's out.
Front wheel drive is awesome, isn't it? That celebrity is just going on.
It really is a good thing to have in a demo derby, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. We're getting down to the short road.
Tires and roller are going to be, too.
Just
chewing up Tom Curley's grass here.
Yeah.
You know what I really like? How they've just left everything strewn all over this place tonight. There are cars and metal everywhere around Thunder Road.
It's going to take a week to haul it off.
Oh, man. They'll be out here with a track. Good thing the weekly track show is closed down here in Thunder Road. The next event's the Milk Bowl coming up later in the year. It's over. New Hampshire has won. They have put it to the Thunder Road All-Stars.
It's not a pretty sight.
No. That means it's all coming down to the rollover competition yet to go. There's Tracy Belrose. Tracy Belrose, whose favorite saying is, any car you can wreck, I can wreck better. And yes, she can here tonight.
She won it.
Tracy Belrose, you might remember, if you used to watch TNN for years, remember the show Hidden Heroes? They did one on Rusty Wallace once, and Tracy was actually on TNN, and the quote that she had in the show was, Rusty, you couldn't come to Thunder Road and qualify for a weekly late model show. That's how tough we are at the road.
It is razor close.
She said it. I'm serious.
I believe you, Ralph. I saw the show.
The overall standings look like this. Plays it tight. 3 events down. The rollover yet to go here at the nation's site of excitement.
I'm a little nervous.
Is the ramp. Why is it so small? Because you just want to get 2 wheels up and on it to roll yourself over, Mike.
Well, they're using the jam cars, 1 member per team. You only get 1 try to do the rollovers, and you get a 1/4 point for each side. So you land on the top, 1/2 point, passenger side, 3/4 of a point. You put it on the tires, and you're looking at a full point.
Here's why it's so important to score as many complete flips as you can, because the point standings are awfully close.
That's great. That ramp is 3 foot tall. Now that's pretty darn high.
Well, yeah, but that's going to get you not necessarily distance. The speed will get you the distance. This will get you the height, which should hopefully get you the flips.
This is, and they're all small cars. They're all quick cars. They've got the nets up on them so their little heads don't come out when they roll over. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Here's the first one.
Oh, I don't think I could do this.
This is the Quebec team, the leaders, John Rapier.
King of the crack.
Look, he goes way up on the banking, coming down off of turn number 3 here on the oval. Avoids the grass as much as he can. There's a full point. 1 full point, I think, Mike. Huh? Is that the way you read that?
Yeah, I agree. That looks like a 1-pointer.
They will run over quickly to make sure he is okay. I mean, you aren't crashing on purpose.
Oh.
Now let's see.
Okay, I think he hit the brakes on it. I've seen it
Right
have the
there.
nose dive down. I really think he slowed down up over, and he got a little
And the
bit
car
too much
kind
on
of
the ramp.
bounced off the ramp. It didn't really fly over the ramp.
What happens, I believe, he's too far over, and he's getting a lot of sparks in there. It slows the car down. He didn't, it kind of nosed over and then did the flip, and if he would have got it up on its side, he'd have done a lot better.
He got 1 full point.
Well, that should make them 11, and it's
You know what? His flip, when he was driving the jam car earlier, was better than that one.
Yeah, it really was a lot better. Yeah. Without a ramp.
Without a ramp, yeah.
I think you could do this, Ralph. I really do. I'm kind of like to see you try it.
It's not that I couldn't do it.
Yeah?
I don't want to do it. That's the key.
Oh, sure. Right, Ralph.
Here's why. Guys like this guy with the nickname Dipstick are doing this. I don't want that for a nickname, thank you.
Here he comes.
High off the banking again. Got to build up the speed, Dipstick. He goes right across the grass. Yeah. No! That's
0
weak.
points.
Oh, that's weak.
0 points. The ramp, Ralph.
You know what? He's going to lose his nickname, Dipstick. I mean, you can't crash on purpose. Well, how bad is that?
Could be Dipstick. The ramp, I believe, is too much of an angle, and it's...
He just missed it, Mike.
Oh, yeah. He didn't even get close.
No. He centered the car. The object is to get one side only on the ramp. He just missed it. And if I'm not mistaken, they switched drivers just before this round. Berserko was supposed to drive this car, was he not, Dave?
That's correct, Ralph. And in it right now, Dipstick's wondering, hey, did I do it right? Can I have another chance? So we'll see if Tom Curley and the rest of the crew here will give Dipstick another shot.
I'm thinking not, because we said one round, one shot only at it. And that could be very costly to Vermont's All-Stars, because if Berserko might have been in there, he might have done a pretty good job. We know Berserko is pretty good at crashing stuff. Old Joey Berserko Becker from Underhill, Vermont, the 25-year-old truck driver. He was really tearing it up earlier. Now, here we go. I think this is New York's Airborne Ranger Jammer, Charlie Choo Choo Farnsworth, baby. Here he comes.
I put the left side up on the car, on the ramp. They're all putting the right side. I put the left side up. There's a good one.
There's an extra quarter point.
1 1/4
for Choo Choo. That's a great thing about not having windows. You can just walk in and check on the guy.
Yeah, just step on inside the house.
Oh, you don't want to see a lot of stuff dripping.
Because they always have
just washer fluid.
for head injuries. What day is it?
Now watch his head go flopping around. I know we talk about this, and don't try this at home, but look at his head.
I'm not sure.
Yow! When it hit the grass, boys.
That's a snap.
Yes, sir. If you noticed, old Choo Choo was wearing a neck collar as well, supporting him. See it? See the neck collar?
Yeah.
He says he thinks
Hold
he's
on.
okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Now he's just trying to climb out. Well, here he comes. Well, there's his head.
Boy.
Oh, no, just the helmet.
Pretty good hit.
Yes, it is. I think, Ralph, that you need to change sides. They're all going up with the passenger side on the ramp. There's no rules that says you can't put the driver's side up on the ramp.
Now, why would you do that?
Because you could line up with the ramp
A little bit better as a
little
driver.
bit
'Cause
better.
you're almost sitting on top of those wheels.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Mike.
You're going to line up with that ramp with the driver's side, and you're putting the passenger side down first. A little bit easier roll, a little tougher when you land. I think that's the way to go at this.
What do you think, Dave?
Well, I want to tell you about Team Vermont, and they're a little disappointed, of course, with Dipstick's performance out there, but Dipstick was not the original driver, Ralph, just as you said. It was Joe Berserko Becker, but the problem was, on their rollover car, they built the roll cage just a little too small. Berserko's a big guy. He didn't fit. That's why Dipstick got in, and unfortunately for Vermont, didn't get the roll.
Needs better.
Here's our last rollover of the night.
They got him. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's good.
I'd get fired up, too. He needs a big flip. Bubba Hickory. The only Bubba north of the Mason-Dixon. Isn't that what it said?
Yeah, come on, Bubba. Now, I wouldn't put that tire up there.
No. Yeah, you know, that might have trouble getting up the ramp, Mike. That's
exactly
a good
right.
point.
Here comes. Oh, you got to go faster than that.
That's not enough speed. 3
3/4. Look at this. Look at this. They're going nuts over here.
That will give the team championship.
Wow, what a big move that was. That extra 1/4 point might make the difference. Let's wait and see now with the final tally coming in. I think it's going to come down to that extra 1/4 point, Mike.
Look at this. Small tire down.
Judges looking at our replay to make sure
There's
they
a
get all the
1/4.
points.
There's a half. There's 3/4.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what? Through all of this competition tonight, that little emergency tire has gone in there, hasn't it?
Live to tell the tale, hasn't it? And the jam car just keeps on jamming. Look at that.
Bubba gave it a whirl.
Bubba happy.
I think you're right about how they should have lined themselves up with the ramp, Mike. I think it would have helped. Well, let's go down to Dave Burns.
Well, Bubba's getting the neck brace off here. And Bubba, you had a chance to claim it right there. You had car problems earlier tonight. What happened with the rollover car?
Thought it was going to be a pretty good rollover, but she dug in right here. That's what the problem is.
We thought maybe it was the speed. Did you just not have the speed up, or was that as fast as you wanted to take
We
it?
were watching the other guys, and it seemed like the speed was hurting them. So we did about 25, 30 miles an hour. But what happened was she dug in right here, and there was a big hole from when them guys dug in. And we just didn't get it, but that's all right. We'll come back next year and get them.
Bubba, close but no cigar tonight, Ralph.
Well, here it is, the final overall standings. The Legion of Zoom from the province of Quebec comes out the winners. The New Hampshire Death Dodgers, 9.75. They will take second over the Vermont Thunder Road All-Stars. New York Airborne comes home in fourth. We're coming back to Barre, Vermont for more from the Granite Capital after this.